a warm welcome to coverage of the 2026 Tour of Hainan, the 17th edition of the race, featuring 5 days of racing across the breathtaking backdrop of the island of Hainan. Racing that will provide a stern test for a peloton stacked with an intriguing mixture of World Tour talent from Europe, coupled with Asian experience. And as for the scenery, well, sit back and prepare to be amazed, as this beautiful province offers up its secrets to the race, from the ancient volcanic peaks of the mountainous interior to centuries-old traditions of the Hainanese. All that rubbing shoulders with modern architecture, urban design, and a dynamic local economy. The tropical island of Hainan truly has it all. Well, a peloton featuring 2 World Tour teams and XDS Astana, one of the big favourites. They have a good record at the Tour of Hainan, and they took victory last year with their Italian sprinter Malucelli. He returns with the same victory in mind.
The races is hardest than last year. We have 2 long stage. We have 2 big riders for the GC. It's Vinokurov and Silva. We have two leaders for GC and for the best queen stage, and me for the sprint. We are here with a solid team, strong team, so for sure we will do a very good race.
But for those teams arriving from Europe and the cold spring they leave behind them, the biggest challenge could be the extreme heat.
For Hainan, maybe the climate will play something in the race, because it's quite hot and humid for an European guy like me.
We need adaptation. Today I trained and it was like 40 degrees on the computer I have. Yeah, it's very hot and warm, but I like it, and it can make a lot of difference, I think. But I don't think a lot of riders are adapted for this now, but the weather will be the same for everybody.
Well, the riders preparing to do battle. 5 stages then, starting off in the capital city of the province in Haikou. And stage 1 heads out across the northern coast, taking in 1 categorised climb and then 2 intermediate sprints inland before it drops up to the northern coast again. And from there on in, for the last 80 kilometres, hugs the coast and could potentially be exposed to crosswinds before a finish in Danzhou. 177 kilometres in total, and an opportunity for the sprinters. Well, 136 riders signing on in total. A nice mixture of Asian continental teams and a lot of pro teams, many from Italy as well, including Bardiani and Polti visit Malta. Novo Nordisk return, and the oldest rider in the race as well, the Japanese hero Arashiro, is one of the 136 riders about to take part in the opening stage of the 17th edition of the Tour of Hainan, getting away to a 5-gun salute and out onto the 177 kilometres of the opening stage. After a short neutralised zone, the flag dropped and the attacks began. The early breakaway of 4 riders was caught quite early on, but had swept up the only climb of the day and the 2 intermediate sprints. After that, there was a little bit of a lull in the action before a next trio of riders broke away and formed the second attack of the day. Those riders were Lucas Doge, Cyrus Monk and Timofey Ivanov. Meanwhile, the big favourites to take the bunch sprint were biding their time at the back, including Lotto Intermarché's young Flemish sprinter. And the 3 riders at the front being held on a very tight rein. The time gap they were given never more than around about a minute, as the peloton being dictated by Astana and by Lotto Intermarché dictated terms and kept that 3 riders very, very close indeed. As the afternoon wore on, the heat grew and grew, pushing 40 degrees and humid as well. And as they hit the coastal road as well, in the afternoon the wind started to get up, and some teams in the peloton were looking for an opportunity perhaps to try and split the bunch. All of that sped up the speed of the peloton. As you can see, just 47 seconds then to the 3 riders at the front, including Cyrus Monk, who I mentioned, riding for the Ethnix Escom Hengxiang team. He was in the early breakaway of the day, but the second breakaway was caught with 25 kilometres still to go. After that, there was a little bit of a lull, But still, it was XDS Astana and Lotto Intermarché trying to set things up for their sprinters. And the main men being kept cool. Stefan de Schneuftener, the Flemish sprinter, looking for his opportunity to get a first victory in 2026. Inside the last 5 kilometres, then the speed going up, 60 kilometres an hour on the flat approach to the finish. Big wide roads, lots of teams lining up across the front as the pace grew ever more intense. Intermarché then taking it up just outside 1 kilometre to go. And a little pinch point in the road and disaster then for one of the riders from the Solutions Tech team, going down very hard indeed. Koki Komada unable to finish the stage. But the Lotto Intermarché train was in full action and their sprinter was unleashed with 300 metres to go. A little bit too early as he switched to the right-hand side of the road, and Dusan Rajovic had to check his sprint for the Solutions Tech team and then open it up again. He found a bit of space and managed to hold off the rest to take the victory, just as he did last year at the Tour of Hainan, but this time the opening stage. And with this victory, his 4th of the season, comes the leader's jersey. A brilliant sprint from a long way out for Rajovic. Happy when the result was confirmed. He wasn't totally sure at first of his victory.
Final sprint was a little bit chaotic. Ahead and behind was some few crashes. Quite happy that I won today and that we opened the race like with a victory. So what I can say, I'm happy.
And a good team performance as well from Solution Tech, who won this race overall last year and strike straight away in the 2026 edition of the race. Dusan Rajovic then, ahead of last year's winner Malucelli, and a really good performance from the young Spaniard Cavia to take 3rd place on the stage for Burgos. The top 10 on the stage then, looking like this: Rajovic from Malucelli and Cavia, and Stefan de Schneuftener only able to take 4th place for Lotto Intermarché. The yellow leader's jersey though on the shoulders of the team that won it last year, and it's Dusan Rajovic who leads.
Thank you, 谢谢，请领导上去休息。One more photo. It's your time. Woo!